Until this morning, for the last 29 years, 9 months, and 29 days, or to be exact, since January 1st of 1994, since then Prime Minister Hubert Ingram repealed the Immovable Properties Act and replaced it with the International Persons Landholding Agreement. From then to now, he and I has not agreed on anything. Until this morning. Allow me to explain. In today's newspaper, Ingram has clearly stated that he's advising the leader of the Free National Movement, Michael C. Pintard, not to contest the West End and Bimini seat that's been left vacant by the passing of Obadiah Woolsey, and to do so in the general election as opposed to now in the by-election. Knowing Hubert Ingram, before he came up publicly to say that, he must have mentioned it privately to Michael Pintard. And Pintard, being the hard-headed person that he is, who thinks he knows everything, decided against such good advice, and he probably directed his counsel to move forward with the nomination of Bishop Grant. And they will be contesting that seat. It clearly shows a lack of compassion and disrespect for the memory of a long-term public servant, and that of Obadiah Hercules Woolsey. Obie was a very dear friend of mine, and I am very offended by the fact that the Free National Movement is even considering contesting that seat. It tells you the mind of Michael Pintard. It tells you that he rules in the absence of empathy, in the absence of compassion. I've seen him on numerous occasions in the House of Assembly, liaising with his then colleague Obie Woolsey, smiling. Here he is now in death, disrespecting the man's memory. There's no problem with contesting the seat in a general election, but you want to do so in a by-election. The man, his body's not even on proper ice yet. As cold as can be. It's an asinine decision to make. And here you are now resting your entire leadership on one seat that you will lose. The F.N.M is not going to win that seat. And you know what's going to happen? If you can't win a seat in Freeport where you're from, how is it that you're going to convince the Bama people that you can win an election? I don't know what Maurice Moore was talking about in terms of coming behind or getting behind you and supporting you. We cannot support this. And we being the F.N.M, and I don't speak on behalf of Hubert Minnis as well, but I'm certain if he was leader of the opposition, he would not have run a candidate in this by-election. I'm not a spokesperson. I just know the nature of the man. The man is a man of compassion. He understands people. He respects people. You didn't want power. If I was living in West End or Bimini, and even though I'm an open supporter of the Free National Movement, to commemorate and to remember the sacrifices that Obadiah Woolsey made to this country, I would have voted PLP in a by-election. The fact that the Free National Movement had a meeting last night and council came up with the decision to run a candidate in that constituency disrespects the very memory of my friend Obie Woolsey. And I'm highly offended by that. Only God hold my tongue and cursing, you know. Just pin down what I want to tell you. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. I'm very disappointed in you. You've disrespected Obie. You disrespected the memory of Obie Woolsey. Ain't nothing wrong with contesting the seat in the general election. But in the by-election, just a couple of days after this man has died, This is straight up bullshit.